Hi guys, it's me, Val, Toxic Free. Welcome, happy Sunday. I just start by saying thank you to everybody that supported me over the situation I've been having recently. I really appreciate it. That's kind of what I want to touch on it again. I know you're all thinking, oh, for God's sake, leave it, but he's a gift that keeps on giving, and he's still at it. The more he still goes at it, the more I'll go at it. As you know, because I do my channel on my experiences, and if someone keeps on giving me an experience that I can actually learn from, I want to pass what I've learned on to my subscribers and to people that want to know. I can't please everybody. I just have to do what I have to do. So let's start. I want to talk about revenge and justice, because obviously this person would think this is revenge. Because they're not going to think it's justice, are they? Nope. Revenge is mostly an emotional thing. Now, I don't ever do much through emotions anymore, not in that way, but I don't reply to people with my emotions. I've learnt to use my brain. I've learnt to think about everything that I'm going to do. That last video took me a whole week to do, so it wasn't an emotional thing. I might comment somebody through my emotion in capitals like we do, but I'll delete it and I don't send it. So if I do want to reply to anybody's comment, I'll just put thank you for your opinion. Don't put out there stuff you can't hold on to. Don't put out there stuff that you can't own. So being emotional, you put things out there that suddenly somebody will throw back at you, which is the difference between us and them. They can't seem to control their rage, so they'll just write stuff and say things. Revenge focuses more on a personal vendetta, and it results in personal satisfaction. Revenge is about actual pleasure experienced in causing others to suffer for the hurt that they've caused you, and revenge is negative. So that's revenge. This is justice. This is mostly done rational. Justice isn't really about getting even or experiencing a spiteful joy in retaliation. Instead, it's about righting a wrong. Justice involves the concept of moral rightness. Justice is positive, and justice gets closure, which is what I'm wanting. Closure. Will it ever happen? God, give me strength. So if you've been watching, my exposure video was called a smear campaign. I'm not going to argue with that. Do you know what? Let the person think what he wants to think. It's an opinion. It's only an opinion. It's an opinion of a fake person, so I don't care. I expect nothing less. It's just invalid. It doesn't mean anything to me, so go for it, fill your boots. And in result of my video, I've been diagnosed by a coach who's not qualified. I've been diagnosed as a histrionic borderline, so that's quite interesting. Yeah, like I say, it's just a gift that keeps on giving. So we're learning, guys. We're learning from these people, and this is what I do my channel for. If I'm borderline, that's fine. Again, if he wants to call me borderline historic, I'm historic, histrionic. It doesn't matter. Do it. I don't care anymore. You know, it makes me laugh because, well, we know who we are, don't we? And I think that's the pathetic thing about it. When you know who you are, and then the opposite person starts shouting toxic and all this business, it just makes them look more like a narcissist than it did before. And I've got reasons here why. Firstly, life coaches can't diagnose. That's one thing I want to put in there quickly. Life coaches don't have the ability or the legal side, whatever the one you want to call it. Again, you say I'm not that clever, but I know a little bit. You can't diagnose if you're just a life coach, because the life coach is there to sort of finish off your life's path, to help you after you've been to the psychiatrist, after you've been to the therapist, after you've done all that, you've been diagnosed, you've been referred, and you're on the way to healing. A life coach is there for you to then just to take off for the last bit. They're not there to diagnose you with all sorts of different disorders, because that's bad. That's quite scary, because if these people are diagnosing people, it's going to cause more damage than good. So if you're borderline or histrionic, you've got to have like 5 traits. Now, I've probably got 1 or 2 of these traits, but 1 or 2 traits does not make a borderline. Self-harm. No, I don't self-harm. Over-emotional. I'm not over-emotional. If anybody thinks I've been over-emotional, just comment below. It's quite interesting. I don't really have mood swings unless I'm in a bad mood or someone's pissed me off. I used to. I'm lot more controlled now. Maybe I used to be borderline or histrionic. Maybe I'm healed. I don't know. I don't suffer from abandonment issues. I actually want to be on my own. I don't put myself in a position now to be abandoned. So I don't suffer from abandonment issues because I'm not getting abandoned. Chicken or the egg. Unstable self-image. Erratic, dramatic, over-sexual. Does this look like a body that's over-sexual? Come on. I'm 40, something. Getting on to the 50. I have gone past, in fact, I don't think I ever was over-sexual. I just wasn't one of them people. So yeah, if you see a black polo neck as over-sexual, then if that does it for you, yeah, enjoy this video. And it does make me laugh. Yeah, I might not be good at relationships. That's why we're all on this channel, because we're not good at relationships. Why? Because we keep meeting narcissists. So again, that doesn't make me a borderline histrionic person. So hey, and I just don't think that people should go around throwing those accusations at people, because people that are borderline have come from trauma. You know, you think about them as a child, if they've been abandoned by their family or their parents and they've not got the love, don't criticize them. These people have been, life's shit, life's tough, life is really, really hard. Don't use borderline or histrionic or anything like that as to abuse somebody who isn't that, because those people who actually are histrionic or borderline, you're shaming them, and it's not. I don't say it's not their fault. I mean, again, I'm not trained on this subject, and this is just my opinion, which doesn't really count for much. Narcissists choose to hurt people. I don't think borderlines do, but if I'm wrong, let me know. But I still don't think it's a good thing to go throwing around at people, especially if you're supposed to be a qualified coach. That you shouldn't be qualified to, shouldn't be diagnosing people. Whatever. Shouting toxic at people, it's a narc trait. It's a narc trait. The people that do that call you the narcissist, and they're shouting narcissist, it's just crazy. It's a narcissist trait. If it looks like a duck, if it waddles like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, it's a bloody duck. It's a quack. Do you know what I mean? Quack, bloody quack. It's just stupid. If you didn't want to look like a narcissist, don't go around throwing the words that they're a narcissist. It's so confusing. We know that. We know that. This is why I'm trying to explain the subject as much as I can, but it's so difficult, isn't it? And you're not suddenly these things because of a negative emotion. So if your negative emotion makes you angry, makes you want revenge or want justice, it doesn't mean that you're toxic or you're borderline. It just means that you're responding, on your reaction to someone else's actions, you're just reacting in an emotional way that anybody would do. Don't take that away from people. If you want to get angry, get angry. You're not toxic. People that call you toxic because you're angry and you want revenge, we all hurt. We all get hurt by somebody. We want to punch them in the head. We want to flatten their tires. It's a natural reaction. You wouldn't be human if you didn't want to do it. So please, anyone that calls you toxic because you want to let your boyfriend's tires down, you're not. They've put you into that position. Again, that's what narcissists and toxic people do, is they put you into that position where you want to let the car tires down of your boyfriend, and then when you do, they call you crazy. It's ridiculous. Remember all this. You're not. The only reason anyone calls you toxic, if you seek justice or you want revenge, is because they want to discredit your reason. They want to devalue you. They want to take your voice away. They want to make you as bad as them. They want to make you crazier than they are. It's not right. They want to cancel out your behaviour and make your behaviour questionable to those around you. So that if you're trying to expose somebody, people look at you like, she's doing this because she's crazy and she wants revenge. It's not that. If someone says you're as bad as a narcissist for doing this, for wanting revenge, wanting justice, you're not as bad as a narcissist. It's the narcissist that's put you in that position in the first place. You wouldn't be wanting all this justice and revenge had you not been hurt by the person in the first place. Tit for tat. Bloody ridiculous. So if someone does something unjust, hurtful and deceitful, these are your natural emotions. They will shout toxic. This is a go-to trait. We all know this. It's normal to argue with somebody and call them an arsehole or a bitch or a knobhead like I do. But as soon as you go around calling people a narcissist and toxic, I've never really called anyone toxic or not. I never called anyone narcissist to start with. I'm calling this person out on being for lying, for being deceitful. I've never called him a narcissist, but the more this video goes on, the more I point out these traits that he's doing, the more I'm starting to see that he looks like a narcissist. But the reason I'm calling him a narcissist is because I have proof of things that he's doing. The difference is he's calling me a narcissist or a borderline or a histrionic, but there's no proof there. That's the difference. It's exhausting, isn't it? God's truth. Narcissists won't call you a narcissist because they know or they actually believe that you're a narcissist. Again, they know you're not a narcissist. They know they're trapped. They know that you have the control over them. They're calling you a narcissist again to discredit you. They're saying it for your benefit. They're saying it to make you wobble. They're saying it to knock you off your feet. They're saying it to make you quiet and down and shut up. They're saying it so that the people around you will start to look at you and think, wow, maybe she's the one that's lying. That's why they do it. They know. They know who's the narcissist. They know. But they're not going to admit it, are they? A person exposed will deflect, not defend. If you're actually an honest person and you're being called something, you'll want to know, you want to show the proof, won't you? Like I am. To defend comes with proving the truth. To deflect is so that you get all the eyes on the opposite person. So a narcissist who is, or a person who is lying, who has no proof, they're not going to defend themselves, because again, defending themselves is using proof. They'll just deflect. They'll just make your eyes go. They'll call you anything. They'll call you history. They'll just call you any single name to get everybody's eyes looking in that direction. It's like word salad. They confuse people. They confuse the conversation. So in the end, people just either give up or just stop looking, and that's what they do. They'll minimise their faults by expanding yours. So the crazier you look, the less crazy they look. That's what a narcissist will do. If they're calling you a narcissist, they're doing it to deflect, because they have no proof that they aren't a narcissist. If you've not been toxic in the whole time that you've been friends with the person, or you've been a lover to the person, and then suddenly they discard you and start calling you toxic and histrionic and borderline, that is, again, another trait of a narcissist. They're falling into their own trap. They're doing things. They're actually doing the traits of narcissism. You'd think they'd know better, wouldn't you? They should just walk away. So yeah, to suddenly be disordered after a whole, maybe, relationship with somebody, or a friendship with somebody, or even being married for years and years, and then suddenly when you split up and you maybe get you get your justice, they suddenly start calling you disordered. Again, can people not see that's a trait of narcissism? If you're a narcissist all the way along, they'd been calling you a long time before that. Again, like I said before, to start calling people borderline and histrionic and all that, it shames the people that actually are. It's bad. These people aren't bad. These people are disordered. They don't choose to necessarily hurt people. They do have empathy. So don't go around blaming and shaming victims and using their disorder to discredit others. It's just mean. It's mean. Again, proof, that's another one. If you've exposed a narcissist, liar, toxic person or fake persona, they will not prove with proof. No proof is proof. Does that make sense? Any person, for example, has a qualification on a website, but after exposure still does not want to show it, and there is no certificate. No person would sit back and moan about a smear campaign and go on and on and on and on and on and on and on, bore people, be like me, and not like prove it or defend themselves, which is what I've been talking about, and show that bloody certificate. Just show it. Shut up. Shut the people up. Shut me up. Show the certificate. No certificate is proof of no certificate. They think we're stupid, don't they? Yeah, no proof is no proof. No proof of a certificate is no proof of a certificate. So again, a true person will shout the truth from a rooftop. So if you're having this situation and you're the one shouting the truth, if you're the one that's got the proof, then you can't be the narcissist if you've got the proof. The toxic person is the one that's defending, The toxic person is the one that's not defending themselves, that's just deflecting. The toxic person is the one that's shouting narcissist, that's shouting borderline, that's shouting histrionic. All these traits, they start making me see who is actually the narcissist and who isn't. This person doesn't even name me. He just keeps covertly doing videos and going on about bloody smear campaigns. This is why I'm continuing this. I'm going to put the recent comment from somebody that I saw on his website, on his page, video, whatever. If this isn't proof of a smear, I don't know. Why would someone go around calling somebody these names? If someone calls the word smear at somebody, they need to stop smearing. They need to stop with the words and the name calling. Because I'll just keep throwing the proof out there. Have some... what's the word I'm looking for? Use your brain. You can't go around calling somebody who's got proof a smear campaign when you are going around without the proof calling me histrionic and disordered, and you're writing it on your comments underneath your videos. That's smearing. It makes me laugh, because I don't think they've got two brain cells to rub together, really, have they, these people? Don't throw stones in glass houses. Pot, kettle, black. Am I going to come up with a few more stupid examples and silly quotes? If you're accusing somebody of a smear campaign, don't go doing a smear campaign. That's all I'm going to say. We all have suffered. Let me just finish off with this. We all have suffered in life. We've all been through the mill at some point. We don't get to a certain age without your flaws, without some kind of disorder or trauma. I mean, for goodness sake, anybody who gets to the end of their life and they've had an absolute perfect life, they've lived happy and they've never had one incident where they've been traumatized, well, they're very lucky, but I think they're very, very far and few between. We all have baggage. We're all colours, we're all rainbows. Every single person, every single one of us, for some reason we want to box ourselves into a disorder. I see so many comments saying, you know, I do this and I drink a lot and I do that. Does that mean that I'm borderline? I do this. Does that mean I'm histrionic? Does that mean I'm a narcissist? No, it means you're normal. It means you're normal. The fact that you're asking these questions to people, no, you're not. And people need to stop trying to box themselves in, because we all have traits of something. We're all rainbows. We all... It's what makes us. It's what makes us individual. It's what makes us unique. It gives us character. If we didn't have these traits, we'd be as bland as dishwater. Do you know what I mean? But don't try and box yourself. Don't try and find which category you fit into. Too many people want to name for them. Too many people want to find a name for themselves and figure out what they are. Don't. Do you know what? Look at your good side. We all pick up negative things in life. We all suffer traumas. We all react and deal with them differently, and they all leave their mark. They make us who we are. Life gives us flaws, good or bad. The traumas that we have in life, they mould us into who we are. Don't feel shame about who you are unless you actually make a conscious decision to hurt somebody, like a narcissist. Most disorders are formed through trauma and neglect as a child. Try and promote healthiness. Try and get them to fix themselves, to look on their bad points, but remind them of their good points. We all have good points. Try and fix the things about yourself that you don't like, but concentrate on the good side that you are as well. We're all damaged by life, so stop being so hard on yourself. If you don't choose to have, we don't choose to have disorders. Life's shit, life's hard, life's tough. We're not going to get through it in one piece. We're all rainbows. That's how I look at it. You know, empathy, compassion, loyalty, honesty, trustworthy. You know, if you're funny with your friends, if you love people, you make people laugh. Look at your good side. Don't just look at the bad side. These are good qualities, and they should outdo the bad. I know what I did in my last video was justice. I know the truth, and I know that I'm not all the things that I'm called. I'm not putting myself in a box. He can put me in a box. I don't care. All these people have watched my videos, right or wrong. They might think I'm bad for doing it, they might not think. They might think I'm smearing. It's their opinion. It's an opinion. It's not the truth. An opinion is not the truth. It's just somebody's idea of what they think it means. All these people that I've helped, whether it's because they can now see the truth, or they can, maybe I've given them some strength to believe in themselves, or that they can have justice, they can do their own justice. We don't have to be slaves to like narcissists. We don't have to have them control our lives. There are people out there that are resilient and that will fight them. So maybe you can too. I hope this video made sense. Take care, guys. Stay safe.